Hello, everyone. I'm GarbitheGlitcheress, and with me I have Starla Ria.
Hello.
And today we'll be running We Love Katamari, and I guess I'll be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, well, looks like we already got a cutscene skip.
Yay!
Well done.
The general premise of this game is that after the events of the first We Love Katamari, the first Katamari Dynasty, the king gets tons of fans, and we need to fulfill all of their requests. So that's what this is about. In the first mission here, this is just a tutorial where we just like learn about the controls and things. So like, well, just like, you don't need to fulfill these. You just need to climb on this, and then you'll be able to go to the second part of this. So just need to roll it big enough to pick up a cousin here. So after I get that big, I want to go up here to get bigger objects.
Wowies.
Huh. Oh, I can't pause, but I guess I can just like stay here. But I can't pause. It doesn't seem. Okay, so what we're doing now, we're just trying to get big control of the cousin there, Ace. So, and we just need to get a little bigger here. And we'll be able to roll them up. And now that I'm able to pick those up, I should be able to roll them up. Okay. So that's the tutorial down. And generally, in between levels is a good time if Zoe has anything she needs to say.
Yeah, we actually have a $25 donation from Margaret Ann, who says, would you say that We Love Katamari is a role-playing game? Good luck on the run, Garby.
Thanks.
And I should also point out that since Ria's here, we should all see what kind of Ria puns we can come up with. See if we can really impress me.
Huh. Well, I'll try my best. I'll really try hard for that.
I'm ready.
And so we're coming up to the first mission where you have a time limit. And also the location you start at is random. And in this stage, it doesn't really matter too much, but it matters a lot more for the later stages. The time will generally be the best. And a big thing I'll be using a lot is the charge and roll. There is a cap to how much you use it. If you use it too much, you'll get tired, but that doesn't come into play a lot of the time, but there are some times where it'll come into play.
Yeah, so I love how the little guy is just so happy as he's just rolling around, creating all sorts of mischief, picking up cars and houses and cats and dogs and all sorts of random objects. And he's just having the absolute time of his life. The little guy. I don't know. I just find it so adorable how he just like yeah. Look at I'm doing so good as everything's collapsing into ruin.
Yeah. Also, you saw there, I got a cousin. I'm going to be trying to avoid them when I can, because it takes a few seconds for the end of level cutscene. And also, I'll mention the incentives I have. The music level incentive will end after I finish the level where I need to collect money, or the panda level. That'll be about 45 or 50 minutes into the run, and the Roll of the King incentive will close after I get to 300 meters in the elephant level. So that'll probably be about an hour in or so. So if you want to see those, be sure to get your donations in.
So are there any special, glitches or anything that doesn't seem developer intended to you that we're going to make use of? Or is this more or less just intended gameplay done relatively quickly?
There aren't any glitches that I can think of. Currently, there aren't any glitches that are really known of as far as I know. And hey, I'm having to restart. That's only one. That was like a second try. That's pretty good. But this route is significantly faster, and it doesn't take 200 restarts. So generally, if I don't get the correct location, I'll be restarting, because this route's a lot quicker to start from.
Look at the little guy. He's going.
Yeah. And also these batteries I'm getting, it's possible that they could be smaller batteries, which don't give you as much diameter. That seems random to me. So there's quite a bit of randomness that goes into this game.
So just to make sure that we're all clear with the general idea, it's just that we're picking up objects that stick to our little base Katamari nucleus, if you will, and the bigger the Katamari is, the bigger the objects that you can pick up, and just kind of spirals out of control for mischief and chaos and pandemonium as we fulfill the whims of the king of the cosmos, whoever he is and why ever he got to be the king.
Yeah, that's essentially the way this works.
Just to clarify what I've picked up with, make sure that if there are any people who are not familiar with the premise of this game, that we should probably make mention of that at some point along the way.
Yeah.
But you know what, I think the king of the cosmos is doing far too much lazing around, bossing us around, and making us do all the work. And I think that we should show the king exactly how we feel about all of the work that he's making us do.
I agree. And so you see these meters, you get them after like the main storyline missions. Like there's 5 that I can get meters for, I believe, and generally I'll always be getting those. There's not really any time where it does lose a little time, but there's no real point to waiting so long that you won't get it, because the time limits for those are quite a bit above what I generally get in the run. Like generally a few minutes. It generally takes a few minutes to even try to do that.
So do you have a general idea on each stage, kind of what kind of a route you want to have, like where you want to go, or you just kind of route by the skin of your teeth, the seat of your pants, as you just kind of look and see what objects are available at the start and just kind of play it by ear, so to speak, or by eye, I guess?
Oh, generally I have an idea of what I'll be doing. So yeah. There won't be any. Oh, and you see the fish hook there. If I hit that, you see this level can be kind of annoying because of things like that. And oh, so it's something kind of me, but this level can be pretty tricky.
So will things ever fall off your nucleus once they've stuck on, or is it just the case that once they're stuck on that they will cling to your life through heck or in high water? Literally in the high water case here.
Well, you can lose objects if you hit certain if you knock into certain things. So you do need to be careful about that. But it was really easy to lose objects in the original Katamari Damacy, but it's generally you generally don't lose objects as often in this game in comparison to the original Katamari Damacy.
Looks like that's the end of stage 3, if I've been counting correctly. Not
yeah.
counting the tutorial.
Yes, that's the end of stage 3. Yeah. I don't really remember exactly how many stages there are. Some of them are really easy because you just need to hit a certain requirement and then you can exit the level in it. And some requirements are pretty easy to hit, so levels can vary quite a bit in length. And so we're heading to the first level where we need to collect a certain amount of objects. Here we need to collect flowers, and we need to collect half of them, and then we can exit the mission. Half of them would be 617, so after we get that many, we can exit the level.
So I suppose in most levels, you're just looking for once you have a big enough Katamari, then you're good to move on to the next. You'll just go ahead and exit and move on to the next world.
Yeah, that's generally how it is. Yeah.
You said the number you're looking for is 617.
Yeah. And so I'm not really sure if this was the route, but it's the route that tends to work the best for me. A lot of routing goes into this game with how it is.
So would you say in general that the game gets more difficult, that the levels get harder as you go along, or do you think it's fairly constant in difficulty, or is it one of those games where it's just like the first level is really easy and then or really hard because you don't have access to your stuff yet, and then it gets like really easy once you figure out how to, take advantage of more of what the game gives you?
Well, you generally have the same amount of. You generally don't gain any skills through the game, so I'd say it generally has the same. There are some levels that are harder than others, but there's not that much of a difficulty increase. But I'd say there are certain gimmicks that come up that can be pretty annoying, and we'll be seeing some of those later through the run. There's a lot of variety in what the stages have to offer. And so now we're gonna. So our objectives is to roll the sun. Let's try to do that right now. That's what the dog wants us to do. We're gonna try to roll the sun here. It's possible that we can finish well under estimate. So hopefully we can do it. We're just gonna try to do it right now. We can do it.
We can do it.
Come on.
Here we go.
Come on.
We can do it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And
oh,
darn. We had a baby rage. Baby rage. We did not finish the run on.
No.
We'll have to go collect some more Katamari stuff and get more objects and maybe try again a little while. Maybe in another half an hour, 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, you're not. There's no way to complete that mission until the king will have a text box when you're able to try this mission, and you're unable to complete it until then, no matter how much you roll up. Like when you're able to do the mission, you don't have to roll up everything, but even if you roll up what would be enough, you can't finish the mission before the king has that text box.
We're being ignored. How can we believe anything? We're too busy loving Katamari with a little heart instead of love.
Oh yeah, I guess that's another thing. Like it is possible to just go to start immediately as the king's talking there. And also I was able to ignore the
Oh, we can finally talk. Which means expect more annoyances from the king.
Yeah.
Now, this looks a lot like a level that we've already played.
Yeah, a lot of the levels you go through the same area, except you just need to roll more into it and make a bigger Katamari.
So, so as you hit certain thresholds, the camera kind of zooms out, and you get access to like being able to do more things. It seems like every time you once you hit like say 50 centimeters or 1 meter or wherever, it seems like it just like zooms out and everything. And so
Yeah,
is that generally correct?
yes, that's generally correct, and even if you try to go there before you're the size that the sign says, there's an invisible wall that prevents you from going there. So you need to wait till you're that size, and a lot of the routing goes into that.
Yeah. So for a little guy, he's extremely small. You can barely make him out if you look really close at the bottom there.
Yeah,
You can see the little guy just running around with that giant Katamari, and he's just having the absolute time of his life running around. It's so joyful as he causes so much chaos for humanity.
yeah. Canonically, the king is or the prince is 5 centimeters here. Who we're controlling.
So someone in chat asked, what is your favorite PS2 game and why is it We Love Katamari?
Well, We Love Katamari is definitely up there. I'd say it's awesome music and general creative level design would be a large reason for that.
So how big are we looking on this stage?
Oh, we need to get 3 meters and we just did that, so
Nice.
we're able to exit the level. If Toast has anything to say, then now might be a good time to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a $20 anonymous donation. It says, first, the visual of the stream goes down when Garby speedruns Guitar Man. Now it's happened again when she started to play We Love Katamari. She truly must be a glitcheress.
Yeah, that's true.
All in good fun, though. We love you, Garby.
Ah, thanks. You too. So 216, that's a pretty good time. Miles like a 204, so that's not that much off. So now it's going to be a mission where it's kind of a creative layout. We're going to be rolling around to school, and the size requirement isn't as much as in the last level. It'll only be 1.5 meters as opposed to 3 meters, but there aren't any real things that prevent. There is a size cap that isn't mentioned. Unless you're 50 centimeters, you can't go to the second area, but that's not directly communicated through signs like in the other levels. And that's the ideal location to start. Honestly, I'm getting second try a lot for the location I need, and that's pretty good considering how it can be.
Do you know roughly what the chances are of getting the most favorable starting locations?
I'm not too sure on that. I'd say it would depend on maybe how many locations there are. Here there's some 4 or 5 locations. So there may be a 25 or 20% chance, but I don't know if they're evenly distributed or not. So I'm not completely sure.
Oh, picking up all that bathroom tissue.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it looks like. I don't know if that's what it's actually supposed to be. I mean,
Yeah.
random school mischief.
Yeah.
Sorry, humanity, you are doomed.
Yeah.
Sorry, kids.
And so here, these objects move pretty quickly, so it can be pretty tricky. I would have liked to avoid the cutscene, but that's not a huge deal.
Wow, you just called actual kids just little objects. That's
What else would you call them, Ria?
human beings.
Yeah.
Human beings are objects, and if it's a little human being, that makes it a little object.
Well, I mean, I think that the little human beings are actually larger objects than a lot of the things that have been rolled up into that ball.
That's
But
fair.
I think we should still get some Fs for moment of silence for all those poor humans that were sacrificed to the Katamari god of the cosmos.
I mean, but it's okay because we have $10 from Nico who says, let's bring the world together in one Katamari of peace and love. So it's just a peace and love giant Katamari. That's where they went.
Yeah.
Thank you for that donation, Nico.
So I'll say that if you get your donations in, there is a chance you'll be able to see exactly how being rolled up into a Katamari feels. So be sure to get your donations in if you want to see that. Considering that we will be rolling up the king and he likes talking a lot, I'd imagine he'll say exactly how it feels to be rolled up.
Would you say that the king is rather annoying and just will not be quiet ever?
Honestly, yes. The main reason I'd say that, the main annoying thing is that it's in the middle of the screen, so it can be hard to see stuff when he's talking. So, but I mean, I'd imagine it was probably intended to be that way. And so this stuff can be pretty tricky because you need to collect every object that's possible to roll up in this level, except I think the cousin that's there. This cousin, I believe it's okay to get. I don't remember exactly. That it won't lose you time.
So it's not one of those where they give you like 105 objects or some other amount of leeway. They make you actually get everything.
Yeah, you have to get everything in this level. So, and also it's pretty easy to just roll. Since there are lopsided objects in this level, it's easy to just roll past it.
Yeah, I can definitely imagine how that could be a little bit unpleasant.
Yeah. Oh, I think I may have missed one. Yeah, I did, or two even. Where? Yeah, you see, like these, it can be kind of easy to miss objects at times.
Well, poor. Well, at least in this level, it was all inanimate objects. No human beings were harmed by the creation of this Katamari.
Yeah.
I feel really much better about all that.
Yeah. Oh, right. Even though we could do that level, but it's not necessary. Wait, I think I might be going the wrong way. Yeah, I think I may have taken the wrong route. At this point, I think it's faster to just like go through here. There's like
So you don't have to do every level to get to the end game?
Yes, you do. Well, you do, but there's a specific route. Certain levels open up as you go through the game.
Okay.
So there's a certain order that's done, and I missed that the dog was there. That's the way you're supposed to go to next.
So the king is just saying slurp, 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 slurp over and over again. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yes. And so here we need to roll up animals. So we need to roll up 150, and then we'll be able to exit the level.
So you need 1 meter 50 centimeters.
No, 150 friends.
Oh, okay.
And there are 300 total in this level, so there is leeway in this one as compared to the last one. And so generally the way I do this level is to just focus on getting size, and then it gets a lot easier to roll them up.
Oh. Poor animals.
Yeah.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Oh, and I want to get these because quite a bit of size to get that.
No, reckless disregard for animal life in this level.
Yeah.
There will be no saving the animals in this stream.
Nah.
Oh my gosh, are those kangaroos?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of different animals in this level.
And camels too, oh my. Not just lion. Oh, there is a lion. Just need a tiger and a bear, oh my.
Oh my. I don't have as many as I want, but I should still be okay. Okay, I was able to get those. Some I'll just like, if you're not quick enough to get them, they'll just fly off, which can be pretty frustrating. So you have to be quick with the charge roll.
Oh no, you missed the cow. Meow.
Aw. Okay, let's hope I don't get the present here. Oh, I did. That's bad. Like, that'll be an animation as well. I'm gonna get this, and okay, there's more here. So the present, that'll both like cause animation here, as well as like the king having some more text at the end of after this scene. If Toast has anything to say, there is a little time for things to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me see what I got here. I've got a $3 donation from Anonymous with no comment. Thank you, Anonymous. We appreciate the donation. And then also a quick reminder that all of your donations right now are going towards our milestone incentive, which will be Pokemon Snap, which will unlock at $33,000 total raised. We are just over $30,600. So if my math is correct, it's a little bit less than $2,400 left to go. And I know I and everyone here would love to see that run. So get those donations in. And remember, any incentive you put it towards, it goes towards that milestone as well. So you get double the bang for your buck.
Yep. Looks like about 2,367 if I can still arithmetic.
That is correct, yes.
Oh, we got, ooh, snow level.
Yay, snow. So this level is kind of a little different because all you need to do is roll up the snowball to that other snowball there, and you just need to make a snowman of like any type. So you can just go to there right now. You can roll up objects and get the Katamari bigger, but the king will say the same thing even if you don't do that. So there's
In before somebody tries to break out into a chorus of, do you want to build a snowman? Apparently, the prince does.
yeah.
And so for any parents watching at home with your little children, I really should use better words in the future, and I do apologize.
So this is going to be another level. Here we need to roll up the Katamari to 12 meters, so it's a little bigger than the previous missions, and this is where the levels start getting a little, well, not. This level is a little longer than some of the others. Like, this will probably be about 4 minutes or so.
So was it ever explained, like, what exactly a Katamari is? Like, is it like a mini black hole or something that just has, like, insane gravitational pull? Or, like is there any lore about what specifically this object is? Or is it just one of those where we're just kind of, like, hand-wavy and be like, yeah, it doesn't really, it's just kind of like, it is, and don't worry about it, just play the game.
Maybe someone with better knowledge of the lore could explain it better, but I think it's probably just kind of ham-wavy.
Fair enough.
Also, it can be hard to charge and roll the exact way you want to, but so that would
Chat says that it's a ball of love.
It's a ball of love. So looking here at the Katamari wiki, it's a magical device that passes on its adhesive properties to anything that it picks up.
Oh. Cool.
So, hand-wavy magic.
Hand-wavy magic, yeah.
Yes.
It makes things sticky.
Yeah.
And I think chat says that they are currently SMHing their heads. Although I'm not sure. I think they should be shaking their SMHs.
Right. Shaking my SMH.
Shaking my SMH. So the movement here can be a little bit tricky. That one went relatively well, I feel, and just all the moving objects can be pretty tricky. Moving objects and people.
So you said you were looking for 12 meters this time around.
Yes. Oh wow, I can get all these. This will really help with size. So.
Whoa!
Oh, is that? It's kind of easy to get knocked into things sometimes, but this is still going pretty well so far. And so I need a little bigger to get these. I'm pretty good size pace so far. I don't really have an idea of the route for this.
Yeah, the prince is mighty strong. I mean, I don't know how many millions of times the prince's body weight he's rolling through the Katamari. But, you know, we just gotta be like, yeah, that's a thing that we can do.
Yeah, well, in perspective, this is about 60 times the prince's like diameter, I think. So I'm not sure how much that would translate to.
Well, if we
size, but still,
so 60 cubed roughly, and if I can remember arithmetic, that should be about 216,000 times the prince's body weight.
Yeah,
Yep.
that might be right.
Yeah, that's 60 cubed, I believe. Also, if we just determine that the Katamari is just adhesive that makes things stick to it, the hand wavy magic has to be the fact that the prince's hands don't stick to it.
That, Zoe, I can't dispute that logic. You've got an absolute point.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we're nearing the end of this, and
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games where the progress meter literally, in this case, snowballs. So it takes a lot longer to get from 1 to 10 meters than it does to get to from 10 to 20 meters, because you kind of gains kind of an at least sub-exponential in nature.
yeah, definitely.
You see that she went from 3 to over 8.5 on the size of the Katamari ball in not that long. Now
Yeah.
she's just going to be picking up these Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
They're all pretty big. Should be very close to the end of the stage.
Also the object that could be an elephant, and if that it would have been an elephant, that would have taken a little longer. So that was good RNG there. That was pretty. That level went pretty well. So now we'll be heading to a section where the levels can vary quite a bit in length, and we won't be coming to the next stage that is just simply rolling to a certain diameter in this specific area for about 20 or so minutes. We're going to be doing a lot of various things here.
Ooh, we've already gotten ourselves a Jupiter.
Yay!
Is that the idea of the lore, that we're literally creating the cosmos?
Oh, yeah. This is one of the harder missions, so I'll probably be focusing quite a bit here.
Would you like some serious time for this run, or do you?
Well, don't worry about it. I'm just going to explain as I'm playing. We're sure this will go well. So the way this works is that the Katamari moves on its own, and I can also speed it up and slow it down, but I can't directly stop it. And they're moving objects, so the routing for this can be tricky. Need to, yeah, good. And this is important for the route. Okay, and get that. Missed that, but that's fine. So I'm already 2 meters. That's really what's important. So I want to get these. So
Because it's a racetrack, so yeah, the Katamari just does what it wants.
Yeah. And since all on cycle, if you move slowly, if you miss something, it can be pretty punishing. So this is definitely one of the harder levels.
Ria is always very pun-ishing.
Yeah. So I need to get to 4 meters 41. Good. Oh yes, I think that was a sub-minute. That's pretty rare for me to get. So that went really well there. That stage it's really easy a lot of time if you just have a minor mistake, and some of the size requirements to get certain objects can be pretty strict, and if you miss them, it can take a while. Yeah, 59 seconds. It's only a few seconds off my best time there. And so we're heading this mission. This is probably one of the hard ones when you're playing it first, because we're going to be rolling around a Katamari that is on fire, and if we don't roll up objects for a long enough amount of time, the Katamari will burn out, and as well, if we fall into the water, it'll also extinguish and we'll fail the mission. So this can be pretty tough. I wouldn't say that I need serious time because the route should be pretty safe, but definitely it's hard if you're just playing the first time.
All right. Well, I'll just go ahead and give you some time to focus, and if you need to say anything during the run, you can.
Well, this is only about a minute long or so. There's generally a consistent route. There is a risky strat with where I do a dash, but I'm probably not going to do that in this run because if I execute it incorrectly, I could potentially fall in the water. Also, these fire extinguishers don't cause you to fail the mission, surprisingly. And this is probably the only risky part. And also another thing I could do is just roll over the fence there. But if hitboxes don't work properly, I could potentially fail the mission for not rolling off stuff for long enough.
Speaking of songs, we're gonna have to sing the CAMPFIRESONG song.
I mean, if you want.
I'm getting some evil glares. I'm gonna shrink back to my side of the couch. We created a Mars.
I better not miss anything. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything there. I was just going immediately to the next one, and I was worried I missed something. And here, if you're trying to play to please the king, you'll want to get all of the sweets that are here. But the only thing you need to do to complete the level is get up to meter 30 and then roll those up. So that's all I'll need to be getting to do. So this mission shouldn't take too long.
Whole gingerbread house or some sort of cookie house.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't take very long. That was a pretty short level.
Yeah, some of these can be pretty short.
You got time for a couple of quick donations?
Yes.
All right, cool. We have $10 from Gygus Blues, who says, "Hey, Garby, I'm going to need that king rolled up."
Thanks, Gygus.
And we also have $25 from an anonymous donator who says, "My, Earth, it really is full of things."
It really is.
And speaking of rolling up that king, we are just over $200 away from that incentive being met. About how long do you say we have until that needs to be closed out?
Probably about maybe about 20 minutes or so.
All right, so you heard it, 20 minutes. We need just over $200. Make it happen, folks.
We all want to get that king his just reward.
Yeah.
For being lazy and making us do all this work for him.
Yeah.
And being really annoying and just getting in our way and telling us things that we already know because Garby's played this game plenty of times. I've never played this, so I'm learning things.
Oh, cool. Yeah, this is a really cool game. Yeah. And here we need to get 600 cranes, and the main thing we want to do right now is just focus on getting to 40 centimeters, because after we get to 40 centimeters, we enter a place where it's way easier to get cranes. And also there are sets of 50 cranes that'll appear shortly that I need to be 50 centimeters to get, and when I can get those, the level will go a lot more quickly.
Is there, I'm guessing there's far more than the 500 cranes that you need overall on the entire level.
There's 1,000.
Come on, you can do it, little guy. You can do it. Come on, you got
Yeah, shout outs to Collision. So I need to make sure to get that. Okay. And so now that's enough so we can just exit.
So a question in chat was asked. So is this actually the god of the universe, or is this, or where is the king of the cosmos in the grand hierarchy of the Katamari universe?
Well, there's the king's. I'd say the king's probably the current, like in the lore of the story. I think the king's probably the most powerful being, is how it's intended to be. And there is his father, the emperor of all cosmos, who also goes by Papa. And the story goes into a lot of detail about the king's childhood and how the emperor always pushed him to do well and things, and was pretty strict towards him, I would say. And so it
Just took a quick reset to get a better, more favorable location to start off.
Yeah, just that, a quick reset. This level isn't really that long, so it's not the biggest deal, as big a deal as in some other levels, but I like resetting there if I don't get a good location.
And that was another pretty short level.
Yeah, so there you can only roll up 50 objects. So if you're playing to please the king, you'll want to roll up objects that you're just barely able to pick up to get the most size you can. But here, just to complete that, we just need to roll up 50 objects, and there's no requirement for the size we need. So
That
we
makes sense.
just roll up any 50 objects, and typically the grass there is the quickest way to do that.
So you'd mentioned that you said you can play to please the king, or you can play just any percent. And is there any in game? Is there like 100% category where you have to do everything the king wants, or does the king's happiness not really play into the endings or bonus levels or whatever?
So the planet, the thing that appears after you complete the level, like the planetary object that appears after completing the level, it's different depending on how big you get, and there's a certain cap to how big it can be. Okay, this isn't a good location, but heck it. Just gonna go with it.
This level seems so bad for. Yeah, I'm not gonna really comment here.
So you can roll to a size and then defeat and then I need to knock over the sumo wrestler that's up farther in this level. Oh, whoops. And it's also possible to roll up the sumo wrestler, but it needs to be a bigger size, and that's what counts as a super clear. And getting the cap of what the planetary object can be, that's what's generally considered the super clear. And there is a category for that, but there aren't currently any runners of that at the moment. So just because it can take a lot longer, because there's a lot of different things you need to. There's also multiple missions that you don't do in the run. Like, you can talk to some of the people again, and they'll let you do the mission, but with a different constraint, and those aren't necessary for the any % run. And so this is probably one of the more annoying missions for when you're playing to do well, because you need to roll up the largest cow or bear, and the largest one would be a cow bear, and it can be annoying to get that, because if you roll up any object, it causes you to just complete the level, have to exit the level. But in the speed run, it's just a really short level because you just need to roll that up and you can exit the level.
I've heard of spider pig before, but cow bear, that's a new one for me.
Yeah. But yeah,
again, I'm gonna have tomato thrown directly at my face at the conclusion of this run. I can already tell.
but it's definitely the most annoying mission, or one of the most annoying, because it's set up in such a way that it's really easy to accidentally roll up another cow or bear. Like, they run around, and it's really hard to get the cow bear.
Get time for another donation?
Sure.
Yep, we have $25 from Anonymous, who says, "Roll the king."
Roll the king. So this level, I'll need to roll to 1.50 m to pick up the fan there.
Said you needed 1.50 m.
Yeah, and we need to roll a certain amount of fireflies to make the Katamari more bright, is what the goal would be if we were playing to please the fan. But here, we just need to roll 1.50 m and focus on getting diameter. And so I guess it's worth noting that some of the fireflies that are in the bushes can fly away as you're doing it. So you need to be quick with getting those.
So are there any objects that you can pick up in this level other than the fireflies, or just picking up these little guys a bit at a time?
Other than that, you can pick up the cousins and the present. I picked up that cousin there, even though it'll lose me a few seconds because it adds diameter. I'm not sure if it's faster, but it's generally an easier route for me.
That makes sense. I didn't know if there were any other objects that could give me more diameter at the cost of maybe making it a bit darker, or leaving it a bit darker.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm noticing that each of these fireflies is not adding that noticeably much to the overall diameter, just getting a less than 1 millimeter per.
Yeah, it takes a little bit. Yeah, they don't really add too much, but there is a lot of them, so it's not an incredibly long mission. So
it's slightly bright. The dog star is slightly bright today.
Yeah. So we're getting pretty close to the end. Oh yeah. Generally you need to talk to them again. Like, sometimes if you don't talk to them for a while, they'll start calling for you again. I think that happens even if you've done the best requirements for all of them. So that's just what they do.
And I just to clarify, we are getting. I think we're getting close to the time to determine the music on an upcoming level.
I think there's only 2 more missions before we do that. Yeah. So, and the missions aren't that long either. So we'll need to. So if you want to change the music, you'll need to get your donations in pretty quickly. Like, I'd say maybe only about a minute or a minute and a half or something before we need to determine that.
Does this fit just right? Who knows? We'll see. We're just gonna have to throw up and see what we got.
So after I exit this next mission is I think when we'll close it off, and the next mission is incredibly short as well. I rolled to a bit above what I needed there. I need to roll it to at least 10 centimeters and then exit level, but I kind of rolled up a little bit just because to be safe. You don't lose anything, but if you're not big enough, the king will talk for quite a bit, and that can be, and it takes a bit to get through the dialogue boxes, so I just got a little bit more. So here we need to collect money, but we only need to collect at least $10 to be able to exit levels. So, and there's just one option we're going to get. So the donation's going to close off very shortly. For the music, anyway. We still have time for the other incentive. Okay, so now can we close off the music incentive?
Yep, closing it right now and checking to see what the winner was. The winner is Everlasting Love.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite songs. Yeah, so glad that one. And so we probably have about 4.5 to 5 minutes before we need to close off the next incentive. So be sure to get your donations in quickly if you wanna affect that.
Yeah, we are about $123 away from that. So if you want to see that happen, I know I do. Please get in your donations quickly.
We can do it.
We can do it, chat. Come on.
Come on. The king has had it too good for too long. It's time for us to reacclaim our.
I was about to say reacclaim.
I caught myself. Nope. Yeah, we want to reacclaim our spot as the rightful heir to the Lord of the Cosmos, and it's time to tell old Dad that he's had it too good for too long. So let's roll him up into a ball and assert our authority as the new King of the Cosmos.
And so this is also the level where I'll be getting the biggest, like, as you see, the goals get to 500 meters. You can get up to about 3,000 meters in this level, just to give you an idea of about how big you need to be to roll the king.
So the king requires 3,000 meters.
It's more like 3,100, but approximately 3,000.
We can finally talk. Oh no. Can we not? Can we say that we did talk, but I know that we can talk, King, but can we say that we didn't? Can we just skip that part and let us move on?
Yeah.
Because I would appreciate it greatly.
Yeah, it would be much appreciated.
So is this the final level?
Oh, no, it's not the final level. There's still a couple more missions we'll be doing after this. But this is the longest level in the game. Like, you saw how we needed to roll up the sun. That'll be the final level. And there's another level before that'll be after this. So we're pretty close to the end, but there's still a little more.
All right.
We are less than $100 away now. We are about $88 away from being able to roll up the king.
Oh.
Yep, there was a little bit more money that seems to have come in, but we do need a little bit more to cross that finish line. So if you want to get the king the just comeuppance that he deserves, then you all know what you need to do. Just go to gamesdonequick.com/donate.
Or if you're in chat, !donate in the chat.
I'd say that the absolute last we can cut it off is probably when I reach 500 is probably the absolute latest.
Roll the king. Roll the king. Roll the king.
Well, we've got donations just rolling in right now.
Rolling in.
Rolling in. We have $25 from Haswar47 who says, roll that king, baby rage. $10 from Margaret Ann who says, roll the king. And $10 from Honey Bunny who says, we would love to roll up the king of all cosmos. Let's make it happen. We are less than $75 away.
Oh.
All right, King. You're just buying us more time to roll you up. I know we can finally talk, but you're just giving chat more time. Your talking will be your comeuppance.
Oh, this is being, yeah, Hitbox being kind of finicky. Oh!
Oh, wow.
I see 827 on the tracker, so we have done it. We are going to roll the king.
Yay!
Rolling that king. Do you mind if I pop in with a couple of the donations that push us over?
Oh, yeah, sure.
We have $75 from Anonymous who said, it's a roll-up. We have $50 from Tangwitch who says, love this game. Want to see the king get what is coming to him. And another $25 from Anonymous saying, roll the king.
Dare I say, can we get an Katamari's rollout? Try.
Was that also 31K?
Yeah, it looks like $31,003.
Yeah, that just pushed us over $31,000 raised for Malala Fund.
Yay!
We're less than 2,000 away from Pokemon Snap, but this is already amazing. Thank you everyone so much for your donations.
Whoa, picking up small islands, large islands, who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all the same. It's all just that giant Katamari ball. Just is that is that some sort of giant? What in the world is that a giant robot?
Who knows?
So we had someone donate $20. It was anonymous, who says, in Japanese, Katamari means clump or clod, and Damashi means soul or spirit. So the phrase approximates to clump spirit. I'm not sure, but I think the prince is clumping spirits together on Earth in order to make more celestial objects. The two ways I've thought about creating functioning Katamari before is either using magnets or clay.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Anonymous, for that insight.
Also, thanks to your donations, I would be able to know, but instead we're going to be rolling up to about 3,100 or so, and then trying to find the king and roll him up.
That's right. We're gonna roll the king.
So the first one thing we'd want to do is get the volcano there, and then there'll be icebergs that need to be about 1,300 to pick up. This is probably one of the routes that's kind of more improvisational than the others, but yeah.
It's like we're not quite there on that one.
Yeah, it's about 13. I think this might be enough, yeah.
Big iceberg, there they go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think one thing that I didn't ask about and she didn't mention was that you can kind of see that the Katamari is not always a perfect sphere, and sometimes it can be a little bit problematic to pick some things up.
Yeah, that's a big, that can be a kind of tricky to take into account.
And I think you just picked up a whirlpool. I don't know how that, and I'm not talking about the washer and dryer stuff. I'm talking about like an actual whirlpool. I'm not sure how that works, but what are we gonna do? We're gonna smile. We're gonna nod. We're gonna be like, okay, game, okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's fine.
Oh, there he is. There's the king. We're not quite big enough to give him his comeuppance yet, but since y'all donated, we are on our way to tell the king what's good for him.
Yeah.
Or what's not so good for him, but good for us.
So we're at 2,500, so it probably won't be that much longer. we're. Oh, also, I think now I can pick up the bigger clouds, which give like about almost 100 meters on their own. So,
Yeah, you're getting like 60 meters there. Each of those large clouds. 2,900, 2,950,
and we're all, yeah, we're over
3,000.
So just a little more.
A little more, 30.
Like these two clouds, and then
The octopus should be enough.
Now we just need to find the king.
Where is he?
This can sometimes be a little bit tricky.
Seen him a couple of times, but it
can be a little bit tricky to
find the jerk.
Yeah,
there he is. Oh, he flew off. Oh yes, we're having a moment. We've finally been rolled up. There he is. So this is what it feels like. It's impossible to describe. But it somehow feels happy, dreamy. That's what it is. Oh, it's the best. Getting rolled up is the best.
So you see, when we were rolling up everyone, we weren't doing anything bad. We were giving them a really nice experience.
I all of a sudden, Ria feels a lot better about herself.
Yeah.
I thought we rolled you up. What are you doing over there? I feel robbed. We rolled you up, and you're... I feel cheated. I just want to let everybody in chat, and I want to let all the tech crew and the host know that I feel cheated.
You feel robbed?
That one's pushing it. That one's pushing it a bit past the bounds of credulity, even for Ria.
And so even though that's definitely like the longest and like just kind of what I would consider the most dramatic level, but here we're going to be rolling up clouds. We need to roll at 50 out of 500 to be able to exit the level, and be a little tricky because clouds are sometimes inside each other, so it can be hard to tell whether or not you can roll them up. And there is like a guide that's in the game that tells you how big you'll need to be. Like it's in the collection, but it's hard to know how big exactly all the clouds are just because they look so similar to each other.
I'm guessing we probably only have a couple more stages left.
Yeah, there's this one, and then we should be able to do the final one. I'm assuming I didn't forget one, which I'm a little worried I might have, honestly, but hopefully I didn't. Okay, so now we just need a few more, and come on. Okay, that's enough.
And I would presume that even if we do go a bit over estimate, that we've got some time to spare. Is that right? I'm getting the affirmative from that tech that we are okay to go a couple minutes over.
Well, looking at the time, that probably shouldn't be happening unless I forgot a level, which I don't think I did. And because this level isn't going to take doesn't take 2 minutes and a half to do. And yeah, okay, we did all of them. And so time's going to be when we roll up the sun. So I would estimate that it would probably about a minute and a half or so. A minute to a minute and a half, probably.
All right.
So be sure to be prepared. And so the route, I kind of don't have a perfect route for this, but generally the way I do this is that I generally get 18 celestial bodies, including Big Bang. So I think that was 4 or 5.
So does the fact that the Big Bang is so much bigger because we rolled up the king, does that help you in getting the king?
No, it doesn't matter the size, I don't believe. I'm honestly not sure because it doesn't show you the size, but each of these is like each of these has a specified like size to be, and so
A spectacular Big Bang.
So I should probably enough. I'm gonna get a few more though because kind of lost track a little bit. So just gonna a few more. So there should be one more somewhere.
Are we ready to roll up that sun?
We should be. I'm gonna get this, and also this music's kind of relaxing. And I don't know if the meters give any extra or if it's just really negligible compared to other.
All right.
It looks like we've probably gotten everything, so we're probably...
Here we go.
So Ty will be coming up very shortly. Time! So we've rolled up the sun, rolled up in the world into one.
We rolled up everything except for the Earth. The sun got rolled up, the stars, the big bangs, the meteors, they all got rolled up. The Earth is fine, but you know, there's probably something about, you know, how a few minutes from now, once the Earth no longer has a sun and the lights go out, I think there's going to be some issues. But we're just going to gloss over that because, you know, video game logic. What do? I'll tell you what we don't do. We don't question it.
Yeah. So, anyway, that was We Love Katamari. Thanks Ria and Zoe for commentating and Zoe for hosting. So yeah, I guess we'll be moving on to the next run. So yeah, thanks.
And thank you, Garby, for that great run. I really appreciate it. Just cleaning up some of the donations that we got in that big push to roll up the king. We had a $25 donation from Mystery Man 39 with no donation comment. Thank you so much for your donation. We had a couple of $5 donations, 3 of them, in fact, all of them from Anonymous, all of them with no comment, but each one of them is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. In case you hadn't noticed, we have some T-shirts and some pictures of some T-shirts rolling around in our little rotational there. That's because the Yeti is donating $5 per Frost Fatale shirt sold to Malala Fund. You can find the shirts at theyeti.com or with exclamation point Yeti in chat. They are beautiful shirts. I've ordered 2. Speaking of donations, we are still sitting at just north of $31,000. If we can make that push to $33,000, that'll be our milestone incentive to unlock the bonus Pokemon Snap Run. If you want to donate, there are some great donation incentives you can put your money towards, including in the upcoming Space Mouse Run, the Takumi Dev Room, Mega Man 3 DOS, use the CGA rendering, as well as the Untitled Goose Game, Remaining a Pretty Goose. That is my personal favorite, and I would love to see that one met, as well as all these other incentives. Let's get that Pokemon Snap Run. All right. So speaking of just the marathon that we're at, Frostbite Tales, it is benefiting Malala Fund. Malala Fund is working for a world where every girl can learn and lead. With more than 130 million girls out of school today, they're breaking down barriers that hold girls back through investing in local education activists, advocating to hold leaders accountable, and amplifying girls' voices. And with that, here are a few words about Malala Fund. All right, we have a $10 donation from Mad Queen Crafter who says, I've been having a rough week, and it's been so nice to watch the Frost Fatales and know that everything isn't as awful as it seems and that we're all working towards a better future. Split my donation between rolling up the king and getting some Sonic Mania and Knuckles because we all need that in our lives. Thank you for the kind words, Mad Queen Crafter. We have a $25 donation from Vorpy272 that says, Go Space Mouse, go Quebec Mouse. Thank you, Vorpy. Frostbite Tales and other hotfix events and shows are brought to you by viewers like you. Your subscriptions and bits help keep the channel running for these fun events, including shows like Frostbite Tales, Random Number Generation, Retro Reboot, Time Capsule, Learning with Liz, and more. All right, I'm going to throw us over to a quick Twitch ad. And when we come back, we will have some Simpsons Bart's House of Weirdness. So stay tuned for that. All right, welcome back, everyone. We are ready for our next run, The Simpsons, Bart's House of Weirdness by Glitchwitch. Take it away.